Hello and welcome to the Oak and Lamb YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oaks. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. So if you haven't heard about Temu by now, you've probably been living under a rock, and to be honest, we've been living under a rock. Our members actually brought the Temu website to our attention and asked us about it, asked us if we had looked at it, if we had ordered from it, if we had heard of any craft supplies that we had ordered from it or others had ordered from it, and how the ordering process, receiving, expectation versus reality went. And so we were really intrigued by this. We jumped on the website, we went ahead and did an order. We spent around $50 on craft supplies so that we could order them, bring them in, and give you all a review on how the entire process went. Now, I have to let you know, it came really quickly. There was a time frame that it said it would be delivered in, and if it wasn't delivered in that time frame, then you got like a $5 credit, and it was delivered in that time frame, and it was like a week after we ordered. So I was really impressed by that. And the whole order process was really, really easy. So I'm like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? How is this gonna work out? So we wanted to do a what I ordered versus what I got video for you all with our haul of Temu supplies. So all of these are craft related. If you've looked at the Temu website, there's everything. I mean, clothes, home decor, water bottles, kitchen supply, literally anything that you can want. And so we went specifically searching for craft supplies. So let's look at our order, look at what the listings looked like, what the descriptions were, those types of things. And then we're gonna look at them in real life for us. It's still TV for you, but you'll get us our honest opinion about all of it. And you can kind of make your own educated decision about whether or not you want to order from Temu. So let's look at our order and we'll get started. Okay, so like I mentioned, we did around a $50 order, and I have a couple of keychains that were a personal purchase that we won't go through, but all the other things we're gonna go through. So the very first thing was this precision paper trimmer. It was $3.88, and it does say that it is an A4, A5 paper trimmer. And let's see here in the description if it gave the actual dimensions, because A4, A5, I know how big of a card that is in my head, but in my head when I was looking at this, it looked like a full-size paper trimmer. Again, not their fault, that was my fault. So here is what it looks like in person. It is a mini paper cutter, again, for A4, A5, which is exactly what it said. It feels a little cheap. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little plasticky. This arm is supposed to come out, and it does, to extend it. Will it do the job? Probably. Let's get a piece of paper and cut it really quick and see what we think of the actual blade and stuff like that. I think overall it feels a little chintzy to me, but for $3.88, it might be a good paper cutter to throw in like a to-go crafting kit or something like that if I take it in my camper. Would I want my only paper trimmer to be this one? No, I would not, but that's okay. So here we go. I mean, it cuts just perfectly, to be honest. I am used to the flap going this way, which is not a big deal. So it does cut well. And for $3.88, this, oh, to put it back, you have to lift like this. Okay, not bad. Serves its purpose. Overall, not a terrible purchase. Next up, we have the 6-piece unfinished wood pieces. They are blank wooden cutouts, and when I click on it, it's a sold out item, so it won't give us the description, unfortunately, but I did just expect 12-inch 6-piece unfinished wood pieces, and they were $6.78. So let's go to the overhead and we can look at these. This is exactly what I expected. It's a thin wood. They don't have like really obscene looking knots or anything in them. We could definitely use these for home decor. They're not busted up. Overall, I feel like this is a good purchase. Next up, we have the 12-piece 6x6-inch retro polka dot scrapbook paper, which is cardstock. It is 6x6 inches, so if you are purchasing, don't think it is the 12x12 that we're all accustomed to as crafters. But for $1.49, I thought it was worth a gamble just to get these fun colors. So let's look at what came when we ordered this. And here are the cardstocks. The colors, I think, in the picture are a little more vibrant than what is in person. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Will I use this cardstock? Absolutely, I will. It's a good weight for a printed cardstock. And so for $1.49, I don't feel like I got gypped. Next up, we have Teflon sheets. Now, we use Teflon sheets for heat-resistant layers for things like sublimation or HTV, things like that. And the Teflon sheets that we use are thicker, and I just wanted to see how these would compare. It is 2 Teflon sheets. They're 12 by 16 for $2.28, so super affordable. So let's see what we got here. These are the Teflon sheets that we got. These are not quite what I'm used to in a Teflon sheet. They're quite a bit thinner than normal Teflon sheets. I haven't used them yet, so I don't know. They may be perfectly fine, but I feel like they're pretty thin. I'm gonna pull out another one that we have used in the past to kind of give you an idea. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell the difference in the weight. This one's a little bit thicker. You can see it's a little shinier. That doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work any better. But they are the 12 by 16 like we thought, and there are 2 of them. And if they work, we'll give you a review on them. But if they work, that's a great deal. Next up, I was looking at these precision tip applicator bottles. They're 1 ounce bottles, and there are several of them here. We have 7 of them here for $4.48. And I thought these would be great for like craft glue, for paper crafting, to put it in a smaller bottle, or for like acrylic paints or something like that, maybe resin. And so I grabbed those. Let's see what they look like. So this is what came, and this is exactly what I thought it would be. The bottle feels exactly like I thought it would. These silicone tops feel exactly like I thought they would. The threading on the top works really well. Overall, I'm really happy with this purchase and would purchase it again for the uses for which I purchased. Next up, we have safety pins, and I don't honestly know why I bought these. I just thought they were cute. Like if you have a shirt shop or something like that and put tags on things, I think this is a really cute way to attach tags. You know, you put like a piece of baker's twine or butcher's twine or something like that on it, attach your string to whatever. And so I just wanted to grab those. I thought the coated metal would be really cute, and for $1.69, why not? So let's look and see what we got. So this is what came in. Let's go ahead and open the little container. And these are just nice, thin little safety pins. It's exactly what I thought it would be. Cute colors. Let me see if I can open one here. I think I'm trying to open it on the wrong side. Yeah, they open really well, close really well. I'm not gonna sit here and count them, but I assume there is 100 in here. And again, for $1.69, I would purchase this again. I think it's a good find. Next up, we have these large sewing clips. Now, we like the smaller sewing clips here. We've used them before, so I knew kind of what to expect. I have some larger ones at home. For 20 pieces for $2.49, I knew it was worth a gamble, and I did need some larger ones here in the studio. So I went ahead and grabbed those, and let's take a look at what they look like. They come in this bag, and when I've purchased other Sewist clips in the past, it came in like a tin or something like that. I do wish it came in that, but it's not a, I would still purchase them. I can put them in my own case or something like that. So let's open these up. These look and feel exactly like the other ones that I have used. And these are just a really great size if you have thicker layers, if you're using like felt or several layers of fabric or something like that. These are really great. So I think this is a really good find. It's exactly what I expected it to be. Okay, next up we have the sewing needles with storage box, and I've purchased these before. It's actually a little tube that has a wooden tube and a metal threaded top, and these needles I hadn't seen before. They look pretty neat. They have this enclosure, not enclosure, they have this eye so that you can easily thread them. And so for $1.19, I was really excited to see how this came out. This needle container is exactly like the other ones that I have. It feels really good and sturdy. And the needles that came are good sizes that I would actually use for sewing. A lot of times you get these and they only have like huge needles and stuff, which if that's what you need, that's great. But I don't personally need that. And then the eyes do look very user-friendly. I'm excited to try these out. But I feel like this also was a great purchase. Next up, I found this cute little waste collector, and I'm sure several of you who have already crafted for a little bit have seen the one that you put on your finger. It was like a polish holder, a nail polish holder, and people just use it for scraps of vinyl. I don't love putting that on my finger, and so I loved the idea of having one that just sat on the table. So I ordered this to see. It appears to be silicone. It actually says it's silicone. And looked like it would be a good size. You can also put brushes or weeding tools or a little flower pot. I love that they're being very innovative with the different uses. But for $2.08, thought it was a great gamble as well. So this is what came in. The color is really pretty in person, and it doesn't appear to have any imperfections in the mold or anything like that. It's a great size, and this actually suction cups to your tabletop, so that's really cool. It's not gonna flip over or fall over on you. And then I think this might actually be good for the scraps of vinyl or little pieces of cardstock. If you are making a layered card or something like that, you can place the small pieces in here that you might lose and then pick them out later to use. So a couple of different cute uses. I like this. It's neat. Next up, we have replacement blades for our Cricut. Now, I'm really excited to actually try these out. So it's 60 replacement blades. That seems like a whole lot for $6.98. I don't know that my expectation for use is really, really high, but I have members who have told me they've purchased these and that they work really well. It has really great reviews, so I could very well be wrong. It has 30-degree blades, 45 and 60-degree blades. But that price is just crazy. That is crazy, crazy cheap. So let's look and see what came in when we ordered it. So this is what came in with the blades. I like that each of them are in different little containers. That's really neat. I do want to point out there are 30, 45, and 60-degree angles. Like I said earlier, the 45-degree angle would be your fine point blade. The 60-degree angle would be your deep point blade. And the 30-degree angle is, I guess, for just really thinner, finer materials, like a lightweight cardstock or something like that. If you've used that one and decided it was not for you, that it didn't cut as well as you want, even just having the other 40 blades for $6 and whatever cents is a really good steal. So I am excited to see how these work. I think they'll be a decent buy. Next up, we have 20 pieces of 12 by 18 felt for $4.49 in just a variety of different colors. Now, I didn't have great expectations for this because we love Benzie felt around here, and it is really good, high quality felt. But let's take a look and see what it looks like. Okay, so here is the felt. The colors are really pretty. I think I would use this felt for like kid crafts or whatever. It's pretty stiff felt. I think it would cut decently with the Cricut. It's more like Cricut felt than Benzie felt for sure. Again, I think there's a time and place for this type of felt. I wouldn't make like rolled flowers and things like that out of it, but other projects, I'm not mad that I paid $5 for 20 pieces. I don't know that this is really even comparable to felts that you would get at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like that. I think it's a little more cheap than that. I know those sheets are around 33 cents a piece, and these are around 22. So, buy it and see what you think. It's not it's not my favorite felt, I'll say that, but it is what I expected. I wasn't expecting amazing wool felt. Next up, I got 5 vinyl scrapers. These we call squeegees, and they do have the ridges in them so that you can put tumblers and things like that on them so they don't roll around. I think that all of these are pretty comparable, so my expectation was that it would be like the ones that we get from 143 or Amazon or something like that, but this is a whole lot cheaper. 5 for $3.39. I think normally we pay around $3 or $4 just for one. So we can never have too many scrapers here at the studio. We tend to have them everywhere, and I thought, we'll just buy some more, see what happens. So when they came in, it's pretty much what I expect. I think they're a little more stiff than the ones from 143. They have a little less give, but the ridges are basically the same. This is the one from 143. And honestly, I would use them. I think this is a little more rounded and a little less edgy, if that makes sense. So I feel like this could scrape some materials like the glossy vinyls or something like that. But if you're careful, it wouldn't. I would definitely use this. to use if I had to scrape, or if I had to burnish, excuse me, some finer, more intricate cuts so that it didn't grab those vinyl pieces and pull them up. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're familiar with vinyl at all, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm not terribly disappointed with this by any means. I think if you didn't know about the 143, had never used them, then you would be really happy with these. And then last on the list, this one is sold out as well. But last on the list, it is 3 12 by 12 inch cutting mats for $7.49. You can get these in an assortment. You can get all of like the standard grip, or you could get the standard grip, strong grip, and fabric. We just got 3 of the standards. It does come with the protective film sheet. I feel like this is pretty comparable. There are so many different companies that make mats for cutting machines now that are just as good, if not better, than the name brand ones. So I feel like this sort of gamble is always a safe one. I'm not going to be disappointed with these, even if I have to use them for light grip stuff, which I don't think I'll have to. But even if I did have to use them for just like cardstock or something like that, it's worth the money to do that. So I'm excited to use these with our Cricut. So what do you think? Will you be ordering from Temu? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think the listings were pretty accurate? Let us know. If you have ordered from Temu, let us know what your experience was. Was it positive? Was it negative? Leave a comment down below. But if you love content like this, we love giving content like this. We love to spend the money for you so you don't have to, or spend the money for you so you know to. And we also love testing products. We love crafting. We love educating you all on how to craft and educating you on the top trends, new trends, that sort of thing. We do that by having a membership here at Oak and Lamb. If you would like to be a member of the flock here at Oak and Lamb, I'd love to invite you to click the link below. We have a special offer for Craft Month this month. Use the code CRAFTY, CRAFTY, for $40 off our annual membership. The annual membership gets you access to our entire library of cut files with free commercial use license. It gets you access to member-only content that is hosted over in our private Facebook group, which you also get access to. That's where our flock is, our community, and we come together and really help each other out with troubleshooting craft ideas. We test out crafts for each other. We give input on our experiences, and we just live life, love crafting, and love each other there. If you would love to be a part of the flock, please click that link and join. Also, before you go, it is free to subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you know every time we go live or post new content. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you here another day for another video.